What if the hero was never the point? What if you were the monster, the overlord, the apex predator? Today we're ranking the 10 best villain protagonist games, where being evil isn't a bug, it's the feature. You're a demonic child. You've poisoned your parents, drowned your nanny, and it's only getting worse from here. This slow-burning horror adventure lets you play as the Antichrist himself, methodically eliminating everyone around you in 1987 Finland. Think The Omen meets puzzle game, and you're the one pulling the strings. Dark, creepy, and deeply satisfying for anyone who's ever wanted to play the villain of a horror movie. You are literally the worst person imaginable. No backstory, no redemption arc, just a trench coat, a machine gun, and an unquenchable desire to wipe humanity off the map. The world hates this game, and that's kind of the point. Controversial, brutal, and unapologetically nihilistic, it's a twin-stick shooter that asks, what if the final boss was always you? Not for the faint of heart, but undeniably unforgettable. You're not the hero of this dungeon. You're the one building it. Lure adventurers into your traps, corrupt the land, and command your dark minions across a rich strategy campaign. Evil management has never felt this satisfying. With a narrator that mocks your every decision and gameplay that rewards creativity over kindness, Dungeons 3 is the perfect blend of dark humor and deep strategy. Build evil. Embrace it. The Resistance has fallen. The Combine think they've won. But a rogue AI with an attitude problem has other plans. This fan-made Half-Life 2 mod puts you in the shoes of a turned Combine soldier. And it's nothing short of extraordinary. With AAA level polish, a gripping narrative, and gameplay that rivals the originals, this free mod proves that sometimes the most thrilling stories are told from the other side. Hell needs a manager. You're it. Build underground lairs, summon demons, sabotage heroes, and wage war against the forces of good in this wickedly charming strategy sim. Heaven thinks it's winning. Let them. A spiritual successor to Dungeon Keeper, it's got depth, dark humor, and an entire angelic army to crush beneath your cloven hooves. Running the underworld has never looked this good. A tiny skeleton with a massive chip on his shoulder. Heroes keep coming. You keep slaying them and stealing their powers. Every run feels fresh, every death is a lesson, and every villain form is more unhinged than the last. This roguelite action platformer is relentlessly replayable and oozes with style. You're not just surviving the hero's onslaught, you're becoming the nightmare they should have feared from the start. You are a shark, a mutant shark, raised from birth to hate one man, and the entire ocean is your hunting ground. You evolve, you grow, you devour. Tourism? Over. Fishing industry? Gone. Part open-world RPG, part revenge fantasy, all chaos. Narrated like a trashy reality TV show, MANEATER is pure, unhinged fun. There is no greater power fantasy than becoming an unstoppable apex predator of the deep. The 1950s. The aliens have landed, and they are not here to be probed. You play as Crypto-137, a gray alien tasked with conquering Earth, armed with a ray gun, a flying saucer, and absolutely zero respect for humanity. Campy, chaotic, and laugh-out-loud funny, this remake captures everything that made the original a cult classic. Disintegrating soldiers with your Zap-O-Matic never gets old. Earth never stood a chance. Your minions are idiots. Your enemies are righteous. Your tower needs rebuilding. But when you stride across the battlefield in full dark armor, commanding goblins and crushing paladins underfoot, none of that matters. Bigger, bolder, and more depraved than the first, OVERLORD 2 lets you carve an empire of evil across a Roman-inspired world. With the ability to subdue sea creatures and command a naval fleet of chaos, this is the villain power fantasy at its peak. You are not a monster. You are the monster. A writhing, ravenous mass of flesh and teeth, tearing through walls, devouring scientists, and growing with every kill. Horror has never played this well. Reverse horror at its absolute finest. CARRION flips the script entirely. You're the creature from every sci-fi nightmare, and watching helpless humans flee your ever-expanding form is a chef's kiss. Gooey, tense, and endlessly creative. That's our list of the 10 best villain protagonist games. Which one makes you feel like the ultimate villain? Drop it in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and remember, sometimes the best stories are told by the bad guy.